According to both friends and foes, billionaire Bidzina Ivanishvili is Georgia's most powerful political figure. And with an election on Saturday, the party he founded has reorientated itself more towards Moscow and away from Europe. The former Prime Minister has cast the contest as an existential fight. Ivanishvili claims what he calls a global war party in the West is pushing Georgia into a conflict with former overlord Russia, which is what he says happened in Ukraine. But who is the man described as both Georgia's saviour and Russia's stooge? The 68-year-old, Georgia's richest person, gazes down on Tbilisi from a mega mansion rearing 60 metres over the capital. He is said to engage in exotic passions like keeping sharks, zebras and rare trees. He spent much of the 1990s in Russia, growing wealthy in the chaotic aftermath of the collapse of the Soviet Union. After returning to Georgia, he founded the country's current ruling party, Georgian Dream, and became Prime Minister for 1 year in 2012. Opinion polls indicate Ivanishvili's party is on course to be the most popular in the upcoming election, though it is set to lose ground nationally since 2020 when it won a narrow majority in parliament. Since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Ivanishvili has all but reversed Georgia's long-standing alignment with the West, one which he himself championed while leader. He made a rare public appearance at a pro-government rally in Tbilisi in April, claiming Georgia and Ukraine were not allowed to join NATO and have been left as cannon fodder. Most of Georgia's 3.7 million people are keen to join the EU and NATO and largely don't trust Moscow. But memories here are still fresh of a 2008 five-day war with Russia that ended in defeat. And opinion polls show Ivanishvili's message resounds with many who want to avoid Ukraine's fate at all costs. His party, Georgian Dream, has pushed through bills that critics call anti-democratic and Russian-inspired. A law on foreign agents requires organisations receiving more than 20% of funding from abroad to register as such. It also cracked down on LGBT rights. The moves have led to the US and EU suspending some aid to Georgia and the bloc freezing the country's membership application. Ivanishvili's allies in the highest halls of power speak of him in near messianic terms. His political opponents paint a picture of a power-hungry oligarch who wields dangerous control over the former Soviet state. Some brand him a Kremlin asset without presenting evidence for this. Georgia Gakaria was Prime Minister from 2019 to 2021 and a former ally of Ivanishvili. He resigned after accusing him of interfering in government matters. Gakaria has now formed his own political party in a bid for elected office.
I cannot tell you that there is some value-based decisions behind the behavior of GD. What they are aiming how to maintain power, how to continue corrupting money, how to stay in power, that's it. And now they see that Russia, in this geopolitical situation, is an ally to stay in power, to manipulate elections. That's why their behavior for this very moment is purely pro-Russian.
Georgian Dream says it remains committed to integration with the West and to a pragmatic policy towards neighbouring Russia.